Okay, and we are streaming more or less on time, so let's play some Mahjong. Our quest is still to become second dan before I leave for America, if I can do it. Yes, we've been doing a sort of league. It's actually in the first link on my Patreon that I've sort of been chronicling all the results, at least of the ones where I play against other people in the chat. So, yeah. That's going to be the final night, and then we will declare the victor of 2016, and I'll restart the tournament with fancy spreadsheets and other nonsense in 2017, which is the plan. In the meantime, though, I want to be a second down by the end of before I head off for America, so let's see if we can manage it here. I'm not too far away from it at this stage. I think 3 wins would guarantee it, or 2 wins in a second. Probably don't lose too many points, and this is a terrible starting hand, really. So I'll just play a second south and play potentially the fold. I do have 1 Dora, but we don't have anything else really right this moment. Yeah, West can go as well. Should also just go and move the chat window there, so I can actually see what people are talking about. Right, 1 Hatsu's been played. Okay, Red Dragon as well. Boom. Just been called. White Dragon we will therefore keep and see what happens. Actually, the hand's now kind of gotten quite advanced in 4 draws, but it's still a little way away from what I would consider good. Boom. Especially against 2 calls. I draw a 6, can dump the 5, which isn't a good tile to dump against this hand, really. Potentially lead me to just a Pinfu only Tenpai. Well, Pinfu Dora 1. Not really looking to push this if I can avoid it. I suppose, though, that opens up Tenhou, which is also a safe tile there, so. Oh, 1 White Dragon was also played, which I kind of missed a couple of turns back, so I can probably get rid of this as well. We already know I can get rid of my Hatsu. 2nd White Dragon, so that confirms it. Okay, Red Dragon Honitsu is what we're looking at there. Which is a good hand to attack with as dealer in a lot of ways. 3 calls as dealer, so I've got to assume they're Tenpai. So, based on that, I'm going to fold, play my 8-7, see what happens. I fold up for definite safety, yeah, and a Khan as well. Okay, 4 Red Dragon is fine. Honestly, I'm kind of not liking this in a lot of ways, but it's almost there. It's not worth pushing with 9, though. And it'd be a bit of extreme luck to draw 2 6 dots right now.
Riichi.
Okay, so 2-sided safe tiles required. I have the 3, at least for definite safety at the moment. Now I have 2 Dora, which... Oh, Riichi Sumo. Yep, that is a non-dealer Mungan. Means I will remain tied 2nd then. Alright, Red Dragon to begin. This is an okay hand as dealer, but there's nothing I can push into for, or nothing I can call for quick Yaku, so we're going to have to develop the hand naturally, I think. What do we have on? We have potential 4, 5, 6 with a lot of luck. Okay, third turn Hatsu is probably the earliest I get rid of that. He's called it. Get rid of my 9 dots. 9 man. Okay, that's not too bad. So we got one set there. So if I get the 3, that gives me an early push into Pinfu. If he just sumos that though, that's a quick Hatsu only hand, and I lose minimal points as dealer. I'll live with it. Okay, triplet of the 3 man. If I can pair up one of these honor tiles, this is looking okay. It might even be looking okay for a 2-3-4 Sanchiku. Hello, 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 Draconis. How are we doing? It was cheap, but I was dealer, so if it is going to sumo, well, I'd prefer them to do it cheaply. Okay, another East Wind was played, so I got safety on that one. So, Tenhou, Sanchiku would be the ideal layout for this hand, but I could go aggressive against that. He's not the dealer at this stage, and he's not seen to be showing anything ridiculous. Possibly a Manzu Honitsu than that. Depressingly, I've just discarded a pair of Easts, but okay, 2 dot for the moment. He's also just discarded his first Manzu tile, so I might cover that and discard my 6 in a little bit, but we'll see. He could be going for Toy Toy, of course, and that is a 9 call over there. Let's play another one then.
Gee.
Okay, so everybody's called except me, which is a little concerning. That means this dragon is almost certainly never going to get played. Even that 9. The 8-9 was a little dodgy against Scarfloss for me. Oh, that's useful. Essentially extremely useful. I know the 6 is a safe tile, so if I could dump... Draw the 4 in an ideal world. Didn't get it, but 6 I know is safe across. Safe on the left as well. There's ways this can work in my favour. Don't think they want those. So I'm 1 away from a Tenhou Tenpai. Okay, Honitsu Toy Toy potentially. And dealt in. Okay, cheap hand, but that is well enough to swap positions, I suppose. If not do much better than that. Okay. East 4. Had quite a quick game, this one, really. Only one really decent hand won, though. Gonna hold on to a couple of other dragons for at least the time being. Okay, pair of 8s it is then. Okay, now we'll get rid of dragon. If I was going to do silly shenanigans with that, it would be a bit of a stretch from that position, but... God darn it. If I'd have kept on it, I'd have had 2. Alright, it's fine. Oh dear God. You know what? I had a half feeling about that. You know, I was keeping them just on the off chance. And what would I have had? I'd have had 3 tripped up pairs of dragons if I'd have gone for this. Oh, okay. Well, that shows where my luck is right now then. Okay, second door 9 has been played. I've really not got anything anywhere with this. This is actually quite a good hand. But I'm already midway through the second row and we're not particularly on it right now. That, though, is helpful. All the 2s are... No, there's 1 2 left. And dealt in. Well, this is true. I mean, in fairness, it wasn't on, but... Oh, God damn it. If I'd have waited another turn, I could have at least thought about it. With some degree of possibility. Right, South 1 then. So we're hovering in 3rd place, nowhere near... Well, because of that in first hand Mungan, that's basically the only reason why you're on top. Okay, pair of Hatsu. I might have to go for a quick win here. Hatsu, 1 Dora. 2 Dora ideally, but might be needed soon. For now, though, we'll just keep developing the hand as it's going. Hope to draw one of these close weights and probably discard the other. Maybe. We'll see. Gonna hold off. Because my hand's relying on closed draw. Yeah, okay. Now we call it. I wasn't going to go for the first one. I was going to try and wait a little bit because I still require closed weights to get this finished, but I can still call those now. Okay. Let's get rid of my 1 2 because it's not on the Dora side, so less helpful. If I can get the Honitsu, it wouldn't be too bad. And if you play the 6, I'll take it. Okay, gonna leave my Honitsu route open. Okay, red 5. Against 2 calls, I may have to suddenly win quickly, so I need the option open. Yeah, he wins anyway. Right, so dealer Sumo, Dragon, Dora, Dragon, Dora, Dora. Okay, I have a double Dora in my opening hand. And it's alpha's immediately called. That was okay. So 2 Yakuhai on the leader. I think I'm going to have to push this one. Well, it's still South 1. It's not the end of the world if I weren't to win here, but if either of the player on my left or right wins, I'm going to have problems. At least for catching up. I'm going to risk this because I want to incorporate that extra double Dora because that makes the hand free Han, and that is definitely worth it. I'm not surprised I've given up all my luck at this stage. Okay, I have a pair of 1, so I don't need a backup pair, and this means if I draw the 4 now, or the 6, I can discard for Tenpai. Riichi Mahjong.
Riichi.
Two Dora. Or pin through two Doras it might be now. 9 safe. But I can't afford for either of these two to realistically win. Not if I'm going to overhaul this. 7 is a safe tile against you.
Riichi.
Okay. Reach, double Dora. Pinfu. Still got 6 outs. That was Dora against... whatever. I suppose one Dora, but... Yeah. What the heck? Anyway. It's not even as if 5 is actually safe against the person who declared reach. We'll take the points off last. That guarantees I won't fall there, hopefully. And we hit Mungan. Okay, Mungan into my dealer turn. Very good. Right. Yeah, as I say, I'm slightly stunned by that, but hey, I'll take it. I mean, if it was safe against the player who declared reach, I might have been, that might have been acceptable somewhat. At least it's safe against one of the two players, but yeah. That was extremely dodgy. Now it's whether I can wrap up the game. True enough, but the game's not over. I've still got to go some way for this. Let's go and toss the 8 for now. There's still one south available, and there is a reach. Okay, we'll play safe for the moment. So we have 3 for Suji if we want to go that way. I have 9 for definite. And she summos. I lose more points than everybody else with this, though. And that puts me down a bit further. Okay, so we have 2 Dora in the opening hand. And fortunately, it's not bonus Dora, but, 2 Dora is still 2 Dora. Oh, this is looking very... This is looking very good for attacking. Fortunately, she's called that. She's dealer, so she'll go for the quick win if she can. Not if she needs to, but... I could have jumped west. It was on the dump list, but... Do I want to keep that for now? Yeah. Okay. Triplet of Fedora. If I can pair up something, that'd be awesome. Otherwise, I'll have to discard one later. Nice. So we have our pair. 1 from Tenpai. Reach, free Dora. You must have a bonus triplet or something, and it's probably the Hatsu. Or possibly the south. It could be the south still. There's only one of those. 2558.
Each.
Yeah, it doesn't make a massive amount of difference here, but this is Reach Dora free.
リーチ
Yeah, she just dumped the Hatsu, so I don't know what she's got then.
スモ
Okay, I was beaten to that. Looked like he was using up all my winners as well, but it doesn't matter too much. That's still pretty much cementing my 3rd place. South 4, I need a direct hit off of one of these two really to overhaul this. I do have a hand with enough points potentially though. Okay, so Reach, Dragon. Okay, I'm going to risk this because I've got the possible Sananko on as well. So I can draw any of my free pairs. This is Reach Sananko. Reach Sananko, Hatsudora. Sumo. So that would be definitely enough to overhaul and win. Dora, actually. This actually is probably good enough without it. If the Hatsu gets played, that would be Haku, Tudora. Has to be a direct hit. So I have to get a 5 or a 3 off of... I think I might not get it off of you, actually. I might have messed this up. I can take 2nd by either of them, I think, but I need the Sananko, really.
Han
Okay. It's not entirely over yet. Yeah, could have done. So if I were to draw a 9 dot, that would at least... Nah, not really. Yeah, if that was a 9 instead, I might be tempted to just go the Toy Toy switch. Plus Dora.
Home
A bit late to change anything at this stage. I could always high-tea for another one.
Home.
Okay, there's 1-9.
Home
Okay, we'll go over this. We're being highly optimistic with this, but still.
G.
Ah, if I'd have gone 9s, I've had it, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, I felt that was still the better way to go about this. Anyway, we end in 3rd, we don't lose any points. And we shall move on. Yeah, I'd have had a better plus minus score if I'd have taken that, but again, I wouldn't have had the Yaku, so... Yeah. It's fine. I just wish I'd gone the other way with it, that was all. Anyway, on to another one. Yep. Alright, so where are we starting then? 5 is the Dora. Which is unfortunate because he was the one who needed to attack that, really. It happens. It happens, we move on and we see what we can do with this hand. Because honestly, this hand's looking quite good. Kata 1986, whatever that is. Sorry, I'm trying to read that upside down. Yeah, 1986. Interesting. Okay, I'll be prepared for some very, very silly play then. Right, I'm 1 from Tenpai. Just need to draw any Sozu tile. Hopefully one of them. Hopefully the 5 would be ideal, but failing that, Tanpin Dora. Always a nice hand to have at the start.
Home.
Okay, going to keep this one hidden, 258, because that's 2 calls and a lot of points there potentially. So I prefer the dealer to slip up.
Home.
Or that to happen. It was already 4 Han, so you know it's. I always consider it perfectly valid to not reach on those, especially if somebody is being aggressive. Well, I'll be prepared for that. For the moment, though, I'm dealer. Good hand, good start.
Home. Home.
Okay, there's some cool, crazy nonsense going on.
Home.
I've decided that's worth it. I still need some help for this, but...
Home.
Okay, so all 4 of us are calling. Okay, play south. I imagine there's only 1 east left, so somebody is going to have to play that at some stage.
Home.
Or be silly with it. In the meantime, though, we have a possible all green. Unlikely, actually, but...
Chi.
yeah, why not? We'll call that.
Kang.
Okay, well, this is a Khan situation. You've just given somebody Dora free.
Dong.
You know what? I'm okay with this. This is gonna be a silly one. I just have that feeling for some bizarre reason. Not least of all the warnings I've just gotten. Also now know that bluffs are not going to work here.
地
Which, you know, is sometimes very valuable information to know early in a game. Okay, so how are we looking for things? Not amazing, but it should be able to stretch this to pin 2 at the very worst. Especially if we get that kind of draw power. So, if I draw the 8, I'm not quite in tempi with that. I'll drop a pair of those then. Yeah, I'm still 2 away, I believe, with this. Four is obviously close to the door, so I'm reluctant to get rid of that unless I get into a position. But the 8s are fine. And that's probably Itsu, Honitsu stylings going on over my left. Yeah, there we go. I can make use of that.
相撲
Self-drawn from the dealer. Which helps secure me second, if not helping me directly. Okay, so we have Dragon. We have not a lot else going with this, though. Dragon and Door, I suppose. So that's 2. And it has now developed quite nicely if I could get this finished. Well, I'm certainly going to be using the Pair of Ones as my pair, so I don't mind opening that up a little bit. Potential Sanchikyu is on.
Riichi
Okay, Riichi up top. 5, thankfully, is a safe discard, and advances to hand, but I will play the East.
Dong
Okay, dealer deals in. Okay. Well, it makes him dealer, but other than that, it wasn't particularly helpful. Right, Hatsu. Should have got rid of the 1 rather than the 3 dot there, but it's fine for the moment. Okay, so what can we do with this? Pin 3 multi-door is the best probable plan for the moment. Oh, nice! I think I've won that once on this streaming thing. Once while streaming. It's one of the ones I like getting. Or at least I like getting tempi for, but I always end up getting the pin through the other side of it. Okay, that's not too bad. Let's start my pair of 2s then. So I have a triplet pair set. Draw the 8, that puts me tempi. Winning on the 4. If I draw the just trying to work out where I'm getting back to this. Ideally, I need to draw that 8.
Kang.
I probably could have been more clever with this. Also, no, bluffs don't work. But I was in doubt. And so we shall Khan.
Dong.
And thankfully, didn't give too much else to him there, but that's fine. It secures me second place. As a Khan looking for Tenpai, I really probably could have gone without that, but I don't Khan anywhere near as often enough for some people in this chat, so, you know, that was for you, buddy. I almost certainly had better options with that layout, but my mind has gone a bit blank, so I wasn't really in the mindset to try and decipher that a little. Which is unfortunately where I get around this time of night. Still, it has helped me with second place, so... Oh, that would have been amazing, but, you know. It was a long shot in any case. It was one extra draw to try and get that finished. Arguably, I should have waited. Okay, also, the leader has 2 calls, Dragon and Free, and he's probably trying to run away with this a little bit. Now he's no longer dealer. That's an okay draw. Let's keep that. And then we'll probably get rid of this rather than this for the moment, because this could still have potentially 2 runs through it. Okay, Honitsu, most likely. Or Toy Toy. Either way, we'll get rid of a 9 for now. We're seeing if we got the legs to get this into a Pinfu situation, or a Tenhou position at the very least. Which is not looking terribly likely, but we'll keep going. Okay, 1 from Tenhou. For a 10. Or it will be for a 10 if I go that way around with it. So I can also call for it if I need to. But not with that one. Definitely not counting in this situation. And I think we're going to leave it open. Ah! Tenpai, thankfully it was a cheap as nothing hand. Knowing you were going for Toy Toy, I imagined that I was going to... Oh, you're disconnected. Knowing that was a Toy Toy on that hand, I was kind of using doubles as my go-to weight for that, but doesn't matter. She wasn't after that, so... We go on with whatever the heck this is. 3 calls and see where we end up, I think. Four calls and see where we end up. No, I've got to aim for second now. I've got to aim for first now. One person's out. The other person is quite low on points. I've got to aim to try and boost this hand up a little bit, and that is getting there. If I can pair either of those two... Can't use that, so we'll get rid of it for now. We are also Tenpai free 6 if it comes to it, but I'd only really want the directed of the player to my right in that case. Can sumo. Sumo it is then. $700 all because I couldn't get another one. But still, everything helps when you're the dealer. And I have 2 Dora in this opening hand. This could potentially be ridiculous. Again, 4 pairs. Route to Tenhou. And then the south has been played. And the players on my left who will discard random nonsense. This one actually is a nice starter. Okay, get rid of the south because we want to move this to Tenhou if we can. And basically it's the quickest thing we can get to. Tenhou 2 Dora would be absolutely fine. Tenhou 3 Dora would be amazing. However, which is going to overtake place on my right for first place, if it works. Okay, let's get rid of that for now. First thing I can actually call. Nice push. With a dealer, we're going to threaten. Also does look like a Honitsu discard set, so... Okay. That means that side goes away. We're still looking Honitsu-ish. Which is always nice when you're not. Okay, imagine you've got to be close to Tenpai if you were discarding that 4. You thought about that as well. Well, I hit Tenpai. I still look like a Honitsu. And that's a dealer. Unfortunately, the wrong direction for me. Because the other way around I could have taken that, but that doesn't matter. South free. No gripes with the player in last going aggressive on there. You kind of have to in those positions, and this is a terrible hand. Well, it's not the worst I've had, but it's far from good. The draws are excellent, but the starting hand itself was not there. Okay. Let's see what we can do from this. Draw the free, so hopefully. 4-so is not terrible. Let's get rid of a 9-7 because they're kind of isolated. At least the Sozu tiles I can do a bit more with if they get drawn. Fortunately, that's what I needed.
Riichi.
This is true, but you're always relying on draws. And while statistically speaking, having being 5 Shanten over 1 means there's more tiles you can draw that would help, it doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna get there in time.
Chi.
Yeah, and he's attacking like mad for Tenhou. What do I think you're waiting on? Okay, I can't afford to give you points right now, so let's just go with that.
Dong.
Okay, free hand from dealer. That's gonna probably put you in danger of getting out of reach. I need a Mungan now, direct hit. In 2 hands. Plus. Okay, let's get rid of my ones for the moment. Well, that one. We'll see about others in a moment. It's got the ones so as well. White Dragon's been played. Okay, one so. That's it. If I can draw that 7, that'd be amazing, but I can't take the 7.
Home.
Giving you a Hatsu. Okay, now we'll get rid of this closed weight. So I have a double run set up. I do not need to be in a 1-5 pair weight. Draw the 6 or the 3, I can go into a... Go into Pinfu. Is that better, or is that going to be... Well, it opens up Tenhou. Okay, I'm going to go this way for the moment. So I need a little more than that if I'm going to overhaul this. Yeah, Ryan Baker is still an option, though I'd need a bit of help for that. A lot of help for that, really. Especially given all the 6s that have been played. And 3s. Yeah, whichever way I do it, there's only 2 left.
Home.
Yeah, I'm much more likely to hit Tenhou with this. Okay.
Riichi.
Let's go with that one. It's a nothing hand. But I want you off the dealer spot more than anything right now. I want you to fold. Player across from me wins, that's fine. If I luck into it anyway, that's fine too. Really doubt you're going to play the 4-5 dot now, though. Nope. So I've knocked her off a dealer spot. Gained 3,000 points comparatively. Okay. 3 door in the opening hand. This we've got to make something with. Okay. I was looking over things, but all 3 of those are bonus pars I need to pair up. So... So let's see what we can do. South and West have both been played one of. Let's go south then, because that's more dangerous for other people.
Chi.
And you just need to keep winning. I need to win big, or at least big enough. Okay, very nice. Okay, risking the white dragon now.
Home.
Okay, that's the worst result for me, really, but we'll have to live with it. And is advancing.
Chi.
Fortunately, so is yours.
Home.
Okay, one from Senpai. Reach Dora free. Self-drawn and Oradora for Hanuman Sumo.
Sumo.
Oh, we move on to another round. 3,000 gained. Gap does not change. Moving on again. And this hand has not got multiple Dora in it. No run out, sir. But always nice to hear from you briefly before we ban you. For those of you who are aware, yes, Aiden is a moderator. Yes, we'll still put up with him. Yes, he's still my friend. But he will always say something that makes me want to ban him in these sorts of things, so therefore, it's tradition now. Junchan Sanchiku. How are we feeling about that one?
Chi.
Yeah, indeed. God darn it, it's not going to work. It gives me. It do have the option of counting the sixes, I suppose, but I'm now going to be slightly cautious because obviously a Hanuman Sumo would mean I'd finish in third.
Home.
I think got that Tanya to worry about. Well, there's a number of ways you could do it, but very few ways that would work.
Chi.
Okay, well that didn't work out for me at all. I was kind of looking at Ipeiko as an extra one here, but I already used up all my jam today.
Sumo.
Yeah, that's it. Game over. I will finish in second though, so I'll take that. A plus score going into the final game, and I think I might. Yeah, I'll do one more. I would tempted to call it an early night, but we'll go one more. Yeah, I think Kyril, you need to move on from anime plot lines. I certainly don't have magical Mahjong girl skills, so you know that's not something that's going to happen. Because Saki is silly and Akagi is ridiculous. But we do like Akagi, so that's a different matter entirely. Right, final game for tonight then. And if I can get another positive score, finish first or second, that'll round out quite a good evening overall. Silly plays notwithstanding, of course. 2 wins, then second done, indeed.
Home.
Okay, West is gold. I could, but, you know.
Home.
Interesting. Let's push that out now, while I'm not going to think about whether that might be an all-honors hand he's building towards. Dot Honitsu is most likely from that, but... Nice. Okay, so we have our Dora set there. Seven dot's fine. I've got another pair if I need it. 4-so would be ideal.
ドン
But that's the start. Okay, so pair of souths. We're not south, unfortunately, but yeah. Possible 5, 6, 7 sand skew. We'll force the call there if it's going to happen. It's not. I've drawn my 5, 6, 7. At least the first one of them. I've got to draw another 2 yet before I can really celebrate.
ポン
Okay, don't need to call the souths. They're not really helping me. And the east was just played, so we'll get rid of that as well. Okay then. So 5, 6, 7 is still very much on at this stage. It looks like it's going to have to be a pair weight on over the south of a 9 at some stage, but... Why? You know why, sir. You know why. And if he doesn't know why, well, I don't know why either. Okay, let's toss that. Right, so if we can draw either of the 7s that we need, then we are set for Sanshku. That'll be it, though, so it has to be Riichi Sanshku to be worth it.
Dong.
Okay, poor choice on my part. I've dealt into a Honitsu, and we're back at this stage of the game again. East to start. Oh, well, see, I've got to do something with my Crunchyroll subscription, so things get watched. Okay, close to Tenpai, though not with anything significant. Let's draw a 3. He doesn't really help me. But yeah, 3-man puts me Tenpai Pinfu. There isn't a possible Itsu on, sir. I don't know what you're talking about. Well, that's a door. There. I passed, but... is that going to be better or worse for me? Is it actually going to make a difference? I don't think so. Because I'd have to get rid of a couple of tiles in order to make... I'd basically go back a step in order to make sure that works. So I'd rather try and secure the silly one I've got now. Although, if I am going to go for this, I'd prefer to go the route that potentially has the Itsu.
Riichi.
But there's no possible Itsu on, as we've already established. Hatsu's safe. No,
Yeet.
it's not on, sir. Not at all. Nope, it's not on at all, sir. I don't know what you're talking about. I've dealt in. Okay. Oh, that's a circling the drain, and that's probably going to do it for tonight.
Boom.
But it would take a lot to come back from this at this stage. I know it's early games still, technically, but we are really in trouble. It's actually not a bad hand, but... let's go for the gamble here. This is true, it could have worked.
Kan. Riichi. Boom. Chi.
Fair enough.
Long.
Well, that'll do it. Somewhat unfortunate, but that means I'm going to end the night lower than where I started. Now back to 245. And I'm definitely going to call that a stream because I'm struggling to stay awake at this point. So, thanks for joining me, guys. I hopefully will be more alert for the next one. And this is the next one? Nope, the one after that. So in 2 weeks, we'll be having our finals. And next time, I'm just going to be playing against people and getting practice in and seeing this inevitable 400 target slip away from me once again. Still, we continue on. We continue on. See you all next time. Ta-ra.